beautifuls. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. We're going to be talking about Idaho 4. I've got velociraptors here all wound up. So if you're not a dog lover, I've got two Jack Russells that are absolutely wound up and playing and carrying on in the background. They're brothers. They're about a year old. But other than that, what is up, you guys? Let's get on cam and let's see who we have today. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. We have Interior Family Studios. Hello, lovely. And Robin Davis Ducksworth, Jacqueline Keeley, Michaela Miller. Good to see you all. Lucy Lou. Hoo. Claire Davis, I haven't seen you in a long time. Karen Guy, good to see you. All right, you guys. So, word on YouTube Street has been from the very beginning, and then it got lost in the mix, and it's back again, where we're talking about a camera that allegedly got footage of the 1122 home, king, queen, whatever, from a set time like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And I thought about it, and I really thought, well, why would that be? But now in light of everything I know, I'm like, wait a minute. So I want to share some of what was shared. Deborah Van Winkle, hello, hello, good to see you. She says, always great to see you all. Blessings all. Hi, Sue Ann, how are you? All right, audio quiet. Audio is quiet. Let me see. I switched to a different program. Is it getting better or worse? Hold on, y'all. Let me look at the mic. It's mic'd out. Audio quiet. I don't know what way to turn this. Is that up or down? Give me a 1 if you can hear me and it's not too loud. If it's a good, give me a 1. I'm sorry, you guys. I went on a different program, and I can't go on it anymore because it grabs my mic, and then I have problems. A 1, we're good? Okay. Thank you. Whew. I'm like, now what? Dixie Bishop says, I'm here snuggled up because our heat is out. Oh, brr. I'm sending you some warm energy. Seriously, y'all. Seriously. It's soft, though, says Jacqueline Keeley. And Dana says it's low. All right, let's turn it up. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to check y'all. Testing. This is always good to start the live off with a sound check. So everybody that... Is this better or worse? I don't even know if that's doing anything. Hold on. What do we got? If I turn it up, is that better? Sounds good to me. That is good. All right. You know, how about if I pull the mic closer? Yeah, it was pretty far away from me. Sorry. Oh, it's much better. Okay, I was too far away from the mic. Oh my God. Thank God I am not your tech support. We're a work in progress, so. Sounds good to me, says Cynthia Caldwell. Good to see you, love. All right, you guys. Let's get our browser ready. Are you ready? Hi, Angela. Hello, lovely. Let's see. What do we want to do here? We want to go like this. Oh, but I don't have it up. I'm not put together today. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. We'll work through it. Sarah Fagan says, I hear that thought. I was the only one. It's 44 degrees in her house. Oh, oh my gosh, I'm freezing for you. Seeking Rainbows. Hello, Creta sign. Good to see everybody. So we're going to be doing a reading on this tomorrow, Friday, because I want to talk about it. I want to digest it, and I want to come at it with a clean energy. But when I look at the situation, is it possible that there was a camera on the 1122 King Queen Road house that coincidentally 4 quadruple murders happened that very night? I know we're all wanting to see the footage and who has it and what did they capture and who was running from the house, and we're going to get into as much of it as we can. Okay? Nobody has the video, first of all, that is public. We don't even know if law enforcement has the video. It's all alleged to start with. Everything I'm about to share with you is alleged. But my gosh, the boys are just crazy today. They're playing so like, that's how I feel today, frustrated. But let's talk about something. Before we get into the footage, the camera, I cannot let go of the one absolute truth in this case from a witness's standpoint. I say witness from an insider. And that is Ethan Chapin's mom. When she says that 2 a.m. was the darkest hour for them, for her. Okay? And to me, you guys, that matters so much. It outweighs what we're being told later. And she's never changed that. She has repeated that consistently throughout this entire thing. And the father and her both made kind of the same kind of statement as the Steve G, Kaylee's dad. And that was to law enforcement to please just tell the truth. Just please tell the truth. Be transparent and tell the truth. So that's what we had to start this whole investigation off with. Is that the parents are asking for the truth. Just please tell the truth of law enforcement. And I thought it was interesting. This site is by long_C_1173. So credit where credit is due. And then it's interesting because each one of these comments, which you can go review this yourself, this person says she's not picking that time out of thin air. That's one of the strongest pieces of evidence towards the timeline being fudged and fudged again. May God bring healing to this family as well as the others. We don't hear much from the Chapin family, but from what they have chosen to share with the world has shown us what a strong, loving family should be like. A class act. And then you can go on and read the rest of these. And he says, this person, TT Kreider says, her comment seems to be one of the only things we can all agree about. She chooses her words carefully. So, oh, and here, okay, outcome 83 or 8137, sorry. I'm going to mess up everybody's names, I guess, so don't take it personal. I love you all. Thank you for sharing all this. And it says, I find it odd no one brings up in the beginning, Ethan's father gave a statement similar to SG. Their families are now begging the police to be more transparent with their findings, telling them to, quote, speak the truth and find the students' killers. And in a statement, Ethan's father, Jim, said, quote, "The silence further compounds our family's agony after our son's murder. For Ethan and his 3 dear friends slain in Moscow, Idaho, and all of our families, I urge officials to speak the truth, share what they know, find the assailant, and protect the greater community." And you can go on to read it. What's up, Gretchen? You don't need anything. You have been spoiled rotten. You stop. You be good. Go lay down. I'm not holding you right now. I'm working. So I find that very important. 2 a.m. was the darkest hour for her. She's never given a specific instance as to what she believes exactly took place at that time. But the darkest hour to me personally, and this is just my own interpretation of what I would feel, and I have not lost a blood child, but I have lost a child that my intention was to adopt the child, but she was in the care of someone else, and she froze to death. So anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I've experienced it enough to know that the darkest hour is the moment that I believe the child took their last breath. That's what I believe. And I could be wrong. She might be thinking of something totally different. Hi, Kirikou. Hi, Amelia. Deborah Martina Lewis says, "Justice for the Idaho." Sari Fagan says, "Oops, they should tell the truth in their honor." What, Gretchen? Come here. Okay, I'll hold you for a minute, but I can't do my job. She's getting too damn spoiled in her old age. Hi, Crafty159. So this came up, and you might hear my dog sniffling. She's, 14 years old or 13 and a half or whatever, and she's up in my lap to keep her from whining. She might even burp. She's disgusting, but I love her, so deal with it. We're a puppy channel too. Hi, Lori Marco. Hi, Kirikou. All right, loves. So that stuck with me, and I thought we really should look at that. And then this is what I want to really talk about. So this camera, all right? Now you want down. Okay, get down, please. Thank you. This is I believe this is a TikTok. It's by True Crime Buff, and I didn't see a date anywhere on this, so I don't know. I don't know when this was posted, but I've muted it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I'm going to play it muted and read it, and hopefully I can keep up with her scrolling and me reading for you. But what is this about? Truth train coming through. So this is about allegedly somebody affiliated with the campus, the U of I. Could have been a student, a group, I don't know. It's this this photography group, we'll call them that, had a camera outside the King Road house, and it's approximately from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. nonstop footage. Okay? So why? And they're going to address it. They don't have to tell you why. They're very strong about saying we don't have to tell you why we had a camera. Now, go back and think about my video, right? That I showed you how I wondered if there was a network of cameras because I kept picking up that they were being filmed, right? Intuitively and in my gut, I keep getting this feeling strongly they're being filmed for a reason. And this camera is focused on their home from 11:22 on 11:22 from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I would love to know what all is on that footage. How about you? What are you thinking? Give me a reason. you know, I mean, what, tell me, what on earth would be the chances of a photography group just happens to have their camera pointed for some unknown reason on the very house a quadruple homicide takes place in of this level? What are the chances and why would it be there? See, to me, that's like screaming possible premeditation to what am I going to catch on camera? What are you digging at? Lucky star. You do not do that. Hold on, y'all. Uno momento. Entertain yourselves. I have to turn my footstool around or Lucky will chew it because he's a Jack Russell and they'll eat your furniture if you don't watch them. Tiffany Crockett said someone tipped them off and told them something was about to go down. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, that could be. Karen Guy says, dirty little secrets. Cat H says, hello, friends, hello. Well, hello, Cat H, love. Tripod camera, too. Right, Kirikou? Tripod camera, y'all. Deborah Martina Lewis says, love you, Sassy, and good luck on the game. What did Sassy say? I can't stay in chat, leaving for my son's basketball tournament. Love to you all. We love you, Sassy. I'll see you tonight when we wrap up our last part of the Steve Avery filing from January 12th. We'll be on that live tonight. That's going to be a little later, you guys. It'll be about 9 o'clock tonight. All right, so Jeff H says, I heard a character analysis that this photo group thing was long ago debunked. All right, well, so far there's no proof that it didn't happen. If it did, could that be something related to Bethany Funk having exculpatory evidence according to the defense of Kohlberger? I don't know. Now, also, does it fit the theory that I've presented a couple times that is it possible that these roommates were not home? Okay. See, Jeff, I hear you. So Jeff is saying apparently the student admitted this was fake regarding the photography group and video shot. So take it with a grain of salt, but because that's sometimes how they discredit something and it gets swiped off the internet, or hush hushed. So I'll let you decide, and that's what I always encourage. Do your own research. This could be a total hoax, or this could be something real. I don't know. That's why I kind of wanted to do a reading to see if somebody had run from the home, even if it wasn't related to this. Had, I just feel like I want to do a reading tomorrow and really look at the exterior of the home and focus more on the entry. Did this person, when did they enter the home? And I just want to dig deep on that. So I'm going to do a tarot reading then. And Jeff says, not saying 100% right or character analysis is either. Yeah, you're going to have to, I always say, do your research and choose your own belief. I'm certainly not here to change your view. Lucky star. You stop. I don't know why you think you need to dig, but that's not going to happen live or not. Now get on the bed with a toy. Find your toy. It's right there. I didn't get a chance to do their run today where they run for 15-20 minutes solid, and this is the problem. But I didn't want to forego the live. So he's got a lot of anxiety because he hasn't been outside as much either because it's super, super cold. So like a pent up 3-year-old. He's showing his attitude. Oh, I did do, yes. Deborah Martina Lewis, thank you. She says, read today, allegedly BK wants everything unsealed now. Yes. Yes. And you know what I think it is? And y'all, I'm just saying, all of our energy is starting to weigh out. It's starting to weigh and have merit because we're all like, unseal this stuff. And we're manifesting it unsealed. And it is in the good interest of BK, I assure you. Because at this level, the secrecy, it's leading people to do some wild thinking. And let me tell you, it's getting crazy. Even I have some crazy out there theories, and all I'm asking you is prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Prove me wrong, please. Please, somebody prove me wrong. Yeah, BK is starting to step up. And I'm wondering if, like, he started noticing the same things we are. Because we are a collective energy. And you ever notice, like, one person will think of it and they think they're the only person, and then somebody else will think of it, and then they're both like, hey, I thought of it first. No, y'all thought of it at the same time. It's like a collective light bulb goes off. Well, if we're all starting to look at the University of, maybe it was the house dropping. Maybe when the house dropped, he was like, I want this stuff clear. Something's not right here. How come you're giving me these recommendations of foregoing my speedy trial? And how come you didn't think it was weird they dropped the house? And, maybe he's starting to question and starting to make more of a fight back move to defend himself, too. I would hope so. I heard, not to change the subject, but to change the subject for a minute, in the Delphi case, I heard that there's a new release on Richard Allen and more charges. Jeff H. says, maybe just as we're dying to know all the prosecution knows, I bet BK wants to know what they know even more, even if it's in his own defense. Well, wouldn't you want to know what you're being accused of so that you could produce information if it's needed? I mean, if somebody's like, I'm going to surprise them with a witness that says they were at the drugstore at 9 a.m. on Tuesday and you weren't there, but you were over at the bubblegum machine that day, you know, wouldn't you want to bring your witness and know you needed that witness to come in and be like, at that exact time, at that exact date, he was standing over here with the bananas in the grocery aisle and I was talking to him. You want to be prepared. And he didn't, I don't think he realized how the cards are truly stacked against him. The alma mater, in my opinion, is strong. That's what I'm saying. Linda Annie says maybe he doesn't trust his legal team. Yes, Gemini 65, it sure is right to know. Our justice system has become hide and seek. In other words, if you don't know to look for it, the prosecution doesn't seem to want to be too forthcoming. And is that the way we really want to be? I mean, I feel bad for anybody that gets accused of a crime. Anybody, because whether they're guilty or not, they're guilty already. Look at the way it's gone. Now we got AI coming in the picture. And I wonder to myself, at what time frame is it going to get to be that people are just being put to death immediately without a trial because some AI judge said, you did it. It's like we're skipping the entire damn process, and it's nothing but a stage, smoke, mirrors, lights. But the person is arrested. AR Hayes and I can't remember the full name of the channel, forgive me. He talked about it going on the inside and putting your head down on the floor by the toilet in your bathroom and just sitting there for the day or even a little bit and realize that's even if you're innocent, if you're in jail. Jeff H says, I'm no mathematician, although I do know how to spell it, but I see like 80 likes and 228 watching the show. Hello. I added the hello. But, you know, we really have to look at this and protect each of us through transparency. And the reform of our justice system is well overdue. And what we're seeing is Richard Allen, who may not even make it to trial. And now they're adding more charges, and he's getting moved to places where everybody is like, this is beyond human. This is beyond demoralizing. This is effing scary that before trial is even had. Hey, Chewbacca, you want to lay off that? You want to just be quiet, Lucky? Because Jack is trying to sleep. And you're doing that in his face. He ain't going to get up and play. Okay. Thank you. Go lay down, take a nap. I know you're like, I don't want to. I haven't done anything today. I know you're not tired. Do you want to sit in my lap? Okay, you guys, hold on a minute. Let's do this. Let's read this. And then if he wants in my lap, if he keeps making noise, I'll come on the cam. Yeah. All right, here we go. Come here, Luck. You're so full of piss and vinegar today. We'll come on the cam for a minute. Let's get the browser down. All right. Now, explain to these fine folks what you're talking about. What was all that noise about? You're not tired. We know you're not tired. You didn't get your run today. Are you being a big boy and being at work with Mom? Yes, you are. He's such a good baby. I can't get mad at him. What are you doing giving me kisses for? Oh, now they all want a turn. Gug, 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 gug. All right, you guys, let's get over here and let's look at this, and then I can get the browser down. All right, so I'm going to play it. Oh, it's playing. Hold on, it's almost done. I got to start it over. So she talks a little bit here and reads the title. And then, Gretchen, just a minute. I only got one hand. I can't hold you both. Gretchen, wait. All right. It was posted on the University of Idaho site. It was not 5 days ago. This was in the beginning. And it says something about my remote photography group has video of a tripod that was stationed behind the house. It recorded from 8 p.m. and through 8 a.m. And look, you get down, baby. And shows a woman running from the side of the house as a truck entered the driveway. She ran away from the house and right by our tripod at approximately almost, but not completely accurate or exact, roughly 2 a.m. A group member removed the tripod, and I don't know who has the video. It is the group's right to not disclose why we record, but we would send in recordings in special circumstances. And the response on this says, then call the police and give them your information. Let's wait a minute till we can see what else. Apparently I read too fast. Group member reported the video was sent to Idaho State Police. Our group has been removed from Facebook for various policy violations. And maybe they were lying. I don't know. I just found this very interesting. I wanted to talk about it and see, is this got merit to it, do you think? It's just so bizarre. And it came out very, very early on. All right? I think that's it. Yeah, it just starts over. And then she points out about the truck entering and it being a photography group and so forth. So, whoa. Let me go back to our chat cam. What do you think on that, you guys? Woof, woof. Woof, woof, Lucky. Hi, Annette S. How are you? So, I wanted to talk about this whole idea. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But do you feel that the roommates were actually home? Do you feel they were in the building at the time of these murders? Because the only thing that we have that says they are is Brett Payne's affidavit. And it's not even the whole affidavit. It's like little pieces of the affidavit. And we have no affidavit from either victim, survivor, roommate. Let's just call him roommate. I feel so much more comfortable with that term. We have no affidavit from either of those two girls. They both of them have been dead silent. My problem with Payne's affidavit, in my humble opinion, is that he's using words like clad or phrases like clad in black. It's almost like, all right, what channel did I see that on? You guys, what channel just did the black robe ceremony? Bubbly? Is it called Bubbly? Somebody help me with the name. Did a breakdown of the Sigma Chi ritual of initiation. They broke it down. They went right with the paperwork. And I think it's Bubbly. Anybody know the channel, please? I missed Mrs. Jonesy. Whoa. Here you go. Carrie Koo says, right at the beginning, it was said that Bethany wasn't there. It took so long to find out Xana and Ethan's movements that night. So, wouldn't the two roommates know if they were home? Bubbly Waters. All right. So, she broke down the Sigma Chi initiation. Lucky, why are you digging today? That's so disturbing that you would even do that while I'm working. He knows what I'm saying. He knows I'm not happy, at least. Lucky. No. Stop. Bubbly Waters did an excellent job of presenting the information in this video that I watched regarding this whole ritual of initiation by Sigma Chi. And it was interesting because it's all about being clad in black robes. And I'm like, okay, so I'm trying not to let my brain do that whole like bump, where I'm like, okay, there's a fight at Sigma Chi. This is all alleged, but this is what my brain does, y'all. There's a fight at Sigma Chi allegedly about drugs. It had to do with some steroids and Dirty South and downtown. All right. Okay. And one of these guys is tutoring him, and then I get the flash of Scott Green standing there with Ethan 3-4 days for the picture before the murder, and then my mind jumps over to 2 o'clock in the morning. The mom of Ethan is saying that's the worst hour, and I'm like, there was a fight, we don't know where anybody is, there's people that are all over the place before the cops are there clad in black, and I'm like, wait a minute. These girls allegedly got home at 1:52, and Ethan and Xana got home at 1:45, and then the shit hits the fan at 2 o'clock? Is that why we had the guys dressed in black, clad in black? Were they lookouts? Was this a hit? That's where my mind goes. And I look at it even further and I'm like, oh my God, what if there really was a camera on that house? What if somebody was like, I don't know, trying to turn their community around and writing books about shit and needed something to be like, look what we can do? And so it was, and is there films being made that we would never see because we're, Christian, or not Christian, but believe in Jesus, and we don't go on the dark web? And that's what this case that they have done to us by hiding all the shit from us. Oh yeah. It's kind of like our brains. You know how that kid is when you got to go get a shot and you're scared as a little kid to go get a shot and it's so bad in your head before you go get the shot, and then when you get the shot you're like, it wasn't that bad. But your mind explodes it. And that's not our fault. As the public society, we want to make sure that we, the public, and that's what you are when one of your fellow humans are getting tried, you're on trial. Because it could have been you. If that person's wrongfully convicted, for sure it could have been you, because that person is innocent and you're innocent, right? Just saying. That could be your son. That could be your brother. That could be your daughter. And they're on the phone. Mom, I didn't do this. You don't know yet. Because it's all in a cloud of secrecy. But Kohlberger just announced and filed the paperwork to say, basically, the secrecy wasn't supposed to go like this. The defense is claiming now that they only meant it temporary, but that the state ran with the secrecy and was like, gag order, lock this, seal this, hush, hush, nobody knows. We're going to do it our way. Trip Kaiser says, I don't believe it was initiation gone wrong, hazing gone wrong, maybe. I don't think it was initiation gone wrong. I think it was a Freudian slip, in my humble opinion, of the clad in black, because Sigma Chi is clad in black in their initiations. And that's how Sigma Chi does it. And I wondered if Brett Payne was like thinking of the Sigma Chi. I know. I said my brain just starts going off. See, that's the other thing, Seeking Rainbows. The Wi-Fi was down that night till the morning. Allegedly, the Wi-Fi was down from 11 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. Jeff H. says, when it comes to believing YouTubers versus professional experienced law enforcement, they have families of their own in that area. I'm sorry, but I lean towards LE. And you don't have to apologize. I'm not asking you to change your opinion at all. I'm asking what your opinions are. Sarah Fagan's opinion is that she feels they owe drug money. Trip Kaiser says, sorry, Jeff. I definitely do not want a Moscow PD t-shirt. Nor do I. Corruption in Moscow, says Seeking Rainbows. Katie Bug says, got me excited for this read. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow, so you don't jump over tonight. Tonight, we're actually going to do our last little bit of the Stephen Avery filing, which this is part 4. And we're just breaking down what Kathleen Zellner filed in the court. And it has got me like, I'm impressed. I just want to say, even if you aren't into this case, you can learn so incredibly much by the way that she brings up and is like she's having to teach. What are you doing, Lucky? Oh, my son is up and went buzzing by, and the boys want to follow, but he's in the bathroom. Anyway, Zellner takes and she has to school, law school, Wisconsin. So I'm learning more about law than anything else. Like I'm starting, it's helping me with the Kohlberger case to understand things before they happen. And so I do feel there is a blueprint, a little bit here going on behind the scenes. That's just my opinion of this hide and seek game going on by the prosecution. And we should never have that. There should never be hide and seek. In other words, if you don't ask, you don't get. That's bull. Dreamweaver said, hell to the nay, 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 nay. Deborah Martina Lewis says, just a thought, Mama D, but I think the weapon or weapons went down in the rubble of the house takedown. Just an intuitive feeling, allegedly. What a perfect place for it to disappear, right? Where it's highly protected. That's weird. Dixie Bishop says, off topic, but I heard the Innocence Project has taken on Scott Peterson's case. I've never really looked into, deep dive into Scott Peterson because I worked on the Ed Edwards cases. I say cases because he was a serial killer for a while. And there got to be this guy that was putting in the newspaper, like in the Dear Abby columns and stuff like that. He was starting to put code work and talking about Lacey Peterson's death. And a lot of us thought, okay, we have the Zodiac killer here doing this. And I started figuring out his numerology, and it was unbelievable because when it came down to the code, a lot of his code was to start with, it would be like 200.1 plus 3 minus 9a plus 7 minus 256,000. It was just weird. And so I took all the symbols out and just ran it as numbers straight up and then broke it down in geometry code, which is the root foundation of the numbers, getting 3s, 6s, and 9s. And then I broke it down into a code. I did it all over on the Rubber Ducky channel, and it literally spells repetitively Edwards, Edwards, all over Lacey Peterson's little things, because it's all about little rhymes and little riddles. And he talks about, once he talks about the lace, but he never says Lacey Peterson, but he talks about the pregnant woman. It gets weird. It's crazy sounding, I know. But I've always wondered if Ed Edwards did that to her. Tribal Gal, hello, my beautiful. It has been a very long time to see you. So, Claire Davis says, I've been focused on the Graham Connell missing person case. Missing from River Air, UK. His body was found the other day, and I accidentally found that last year, 8th of October 2023, the place they found Graham. Oh, wow. Oh, and an unexplained death also happened yards away. Damn. That's crazy. Carrie Koo says, so if Wi-Fi was down, would Brian's phone pinged off of the house's Wi-Fi? I don't believe it ever did ping off the house's Wi-Fi. I really don't. It doesn't say that in the PCA. I've heard Scott G say that he was close enough it could have. That's his opinion. Nicola Moody, good to see you. I have not seen some of you in so long. Tickety Boo says, could this be drug dealers' retaliation? Now, Debbie Deb says, project being filmed that night, in her opinion. Rachel Smith, hello, lovely. She says, no t-shirt, no to the book, no to the coin, no to the athletic department. Boycott time. That's crazy too. What now? Okay, Carrie Koo says, all them hours at the beginning, Mama D, listening to Spirit Box and your words, machine thingy. Ugh, I can't do that, Spirit Box. I cannot. It creeps me out. It's just not for me. Flossie May says, 4 guys. And remember, before I read this, okay, this is a different case, so I don't want to get you confused. So, 4 guys go together for a football game. This is Flossie May. And then 3 never made it back home and were found 2 days later dead in their friend's backyard. I know, that is so screwy. Y'all want to do a read on that? Do you want to do a read on that? I think Jenny lives close to that too. Hi, Sandra P. Oh, I heard some major stories about drugs going on in that house regarding one of the parents being involved. This is all alleged. Jeff H. says, I thought I heard something about the Wi-Fi speaker in the house having connected to Brian's phone at some point. Not sure how Wi-Fi devices keep record. No expert here. I did hear Steve G say that, but he didn't say it connected. When he clarified it, he backtracked and he was like, well, close enough, it could have. It almost could have. And that's all I saw. Whoops, sorry. That's all I saw. Yes? Y'all want to do that, please? Just heard about that? All right, tomorrow night we'll do that. We will do the runner. The nighttime runner, we will do that as well. We'll plan that for Monday. Let's take a break from the IDAHO4 case. Give it a rest. Let's go see why these people were found frozen. It wasn't that cold even? Wow. Seeking Rainbow says, I have one important question. What did Maddie tell Adam? I've asked that question, and every single time I ask it, and I'm going to tell you it, and then we're going to grab some cards, and I'm going to pull a couple cards right now to see what we get, but I've always got the Death card. I've always got the 4 of Swords card. I've always got this message with the 8 of Wands. So it was always this, like, this death card. It could be the death of another individual, knowing how they died for real. Or it could be a huge transition. It's something that's a massive change. Like it gets laid to rest. And that's what I've got. But I'm going to pull a few cards real quick and just see what we get. Hey, Big Mikey. Big Mikey says the homeowner in the house, Kansas City owner, we're back on the men that froze to death, was a scientist and answered Ellie they froze to death. No explanation. Fallon, good to see you. Camera on the tripod outside 11:22 morning of unalivings. Recorded blonde girl running out of the house at 2 a.m. and jumping into a waiting truck. Ellie has the video all in my opinion. Right, Jeff, touched their Wi-Fi. That you can't touch somebody's Wi-Fi. So that's interpreted how? I don't know. There's some, y'all can believe what you want. I always tell y'all that I respect you. But I'm going to believe the way I believe. And I absolutely don't believe that. I've read the PCA, and if that would have happened, that would have been in there. Because that would have sunk his boat. But that's not what's in the PCA that we got. What we got is his shit showed up. 7 hours later, he was at the grocery store down the road or something. And that's right after the crime. I don't know. All right. What did Maddie tell Adam? These are the cards, the story as it is. 3 of Pentacles, cooperation, teamwork, working together. 3 energies. 3 energies. Says on this card, effort, learning, shared goals, growing, recognition, expansion. So, Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles is a plan, a blueprint, an action to be taken. Okay? The game plan. Chariot, a vehicle. Movement, travel, fast-paced change, a winning attitude, the Chariot. So we have working together. And look, they're all holding books. College books, right? Yeah. The Chariot, ambition, progress, victory, control, travel, determination, overcoming obstacles, and success. Followed by the Secret. And I always know it's a secret because I've got the Moon card. This is talking about your subconscious. It's talking about illusion. It's talking about if she's sharing the secret, she is sharing the truth behind a lie. Okay? So it's like revealing the illusion. So somebody's like, oh, I see a rabbit come out of the hat. But the person's like, well, actually, he's got it sitting on a table and the rabbit's under the table. He's reaching through a hole and pulling it out of the cage. And so it's like the full moon brings that to clarity of the secret of the illusion. So we have the Moon card, right? It's about the home. Something about the home. Now, is this their home? I don't know. Is it a frat? Is it a sorority? I don't know. But it is about the Hermit energy, Virgo. Something about the home. A secret about the home. That's what I'm picking up. A secret about the home. 3 of Wands. This is action taken. This is already either happening in motion or it already did happen. It's about a secret in the home with a vehicle and some blueprints. And this is taking action. And it says expansion, confidence, success, happy with your choices, relocation, receiving support, and the big picture, right? So the 3 of Wands is when your ship came in. You've been waiting for this. This is your shining star moment. And finally, this is where I'm like, oh, shit. The Emperor. I always say, who is the Emperor? Who's the money guy? Who's all 4 kings? Who's in charge? Colonel Green in the library. Get a clue. Just saying. There's something in that house. There's something in that house. Flossie Mae says, I think you may be right. They won't ever tell the truth because they know they will come for them if they speak the truth. Well, yes, it's for entertainment purposes only. Draw your own conclusion. All right, my lovelies, I need to get off here. I have not eaten yet. I have had that kind of day. I'm going to go make myself something delicious, something hot. I hope you stay warm. I'm going to jump off the camera. We're going to get that down. And we're going to get our little music going. Let's see, how do I do that? I love you guys so incredibly much. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. And we will get back together again. Tomorrow night, we're going to find out why did these people freeze to death after the game. All right? So I'll do a little bit of looking into it. And we'll come together and we'll do a tarot reading on that together. And until I read for you again. I love ya. To the moon and back. Hold on. I want to say thank you to Born Pack Rat, my love. Ah, sweetheart. Thank you. I almost missed it. 5 memberships, you guys. Thank you, Born Pack Rat, from the bottom of my heart. And let's see who was gifted. Jeff, welcome to Starlights. Trip Kaiser, Patricia Parker, Jamie, and Bombshell. Thank you incredibly much, Born Pack Rat. And thank you to all my beautiful, beautiful Starlights. With that, let's get going. I'll see you again. Hey, stop back in tonight around 9 o'clock p.m. U.S. Central, and we'll read The Filing by Kathleen Zellner together. Steve Avercase.